points in the conference tournament than Sam Merrill. Jimmer for debt. Merrill has been lighting it up in Vegas as Malachi Flynn cannot answer and Cada secures the rebound. Shackle, a good three-point shooter. Craig Smith told us they have to get out on Shackle. Flynn jumper won't go, and Bean, who's the second in as well. Wetzel again drawing the double. Gets rid of it to Flynn. Flynn, 15-footer. And San Diego State still in.
And Utah State switching all these screens too. Flynn saw he had Anderson on him and he decided to try and take him.
Looking for Anderson, tipped away by Seiko, right to Flynn. Merrill gets back. Flynn one-on-one. Flynn, good defense by Merrill. Merrill is 1 for 6, and all 6 attempts have been from behind the arc. Flynn three-ball is pure.
Now that's not the guy who wants to shoot the three, though.
And he's now 7 of 22 on the year, but Flynn comes away from the pack. Shot clock expiring. Flynn almost went in. All of these Aztecs fans are on their feet. Brian Dutcher told us how much the fans meant to them last night in the win over Boise. Flynn nowhere to go, so he puts up the shot, and he's well short. Flynn trying to answer, and now 1 for 10 from the floor, and Merrill.
I think they needed a timeout.
Flynn looking to answer again, and he cannot.
Not a good shot either.
Oh, steal by Flynn. Racing up ahead with Fagan. Flynn will take it himself for 2.
I mean, that was a mistake by Cada. He puts the ball on the floor. Yeah, and that's a foul. He held him off. That's a foul.
Flynn splits the D, and Cada that time backed off.
This ball, let's see what he does defensively. He doesn't even get a hand up, which he could have got a hand up at least.
Pulliam,
the unlikely guy to make 2 threes in a row.
Junior from Tacoma, Washington. Flynn missed it, the follow by a rope. It's a 14-5 run. Flynn for 3. He gets it to go.
In this situation, I'm a little surprised.
Aztecs have only scored 20 points after halftime. 22 now, thanks to number 22, the NCAA tournament.
Might not be the end of the world being a 2 in the West, but we'll talk about that another time.
Malachi Flynn trying to get going. Connects! Second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Flynn for 3. Missed it, and the rebound to Merrill.
Got to be careful if you're going to foul, because they're going to try and shoot it quickly.
Mitchell inbounds. There's Malachi Flynn at midcourt. The heave, and he almost hit it!
From Vanderbilt, the grad transfer, has solidified that low block. Flynn misses his first shot.
Other players, R.J. Williams, 1 3-point attempt on the season.
San Diego State hasn't attempted a 2. Oh, Flynn beats the shot.
Transition for San Diego State. They are typically great at taking away easy looks for the opponent.
Alston with the block. Jessup.
And this is where you need Conference Player of the Year Malachi Flynn to steady the ship.
Short on the 3. Fagan runs it down. Fagan. Flynn, transition 3. Yes! Take another bite out of this lead. Ray J. Dennis, the freshman, trying to guard Flynn. That is not going to happen. Minute and a half left, first half. A game of runs. Big lead by Boise State. Malachi Flynn! Jessup is 6'7". Flynn off a screen. Jumper on the way. Got it! The Wyoming game up there. And, of course, that incredible comeback against Utah State. Down 18, under 4. Flynn!
Or, excuse me, build off of what he's trying to do and shut him down.
Saw those numbers. 2 of 14 is Boise State. Flynn misses the three.
Scoreless in this building.
Broncos were 2 of 16 in the half before that shot dropped. Flynn.
San Diego State dodged the bullet there.
The Aztecs have hoisted up 30 threes. Flynn, that's gorgeous. Flynn. And an opportunity.
Able to score in the paint right there, and Air Force extends its lead to 3. Here's Malachi Flynn. Off the mark. San Diego State started
From the field and like 20% from 3. And he is really, his numbers are way up since the beginning of January. He's been terrific.
double figures in 5 of his last 8 this week. Second straight year that Scotty has been on the 3rd team. Flynn, tough 3.
Yeah, that's not a good shot.
Points. Did sit for a while with 2 fouls. Here's Flynn, left alone in the corner. Halfway down and out. Scotty had it taken away. There comes Flynn. One-on-one with Tomes. Flynn for 2. That was great help. Him starting to tilt the other way in favor of the top-seeded Aztecs.
What a move.
Flynn for the lead.
The game.
A rope has entered for Wetzel. Flynn. Wetzel with 14 points to pace the Aztecs. The only San Diego State player in double figures. Flynn for 3. Dave Pilipovich needs that. Flynn dribbling through traffic, puts up the shot, won't go, gets his own miss, puts it back up and in. Big rebound off the miss.
Malachi Flynn. Wetzel gives him a couple of screens, and Flynn knocks down.
That was great action. You got to be physical as a guard if you're going in the lane.
Malachi Flynn steps back into an open look and got it.
I just watched
Booster Academy, very strong program in the Northeast. Flynn finds his way through. He is so nifty with his vision.
He's a kid that a little like Carson Edwards. He just lining up.
16 points a game. Flynn left it short. And at the end line, Vanderbilt that didn't win a game in the SEC, and they all were like, look, we'll be good teammates if we can win somewhere, and that's what they've done in a major way as Flynn scores again.
Yeah, I hear you say that because I'm watching college basketball all day last Sunday, and all I'm watching are Knicks. You know what I mean? And
wow, Flynn, 2 and a foul, a drive-by.
Nobody.
6th man of the year in the conference last year, instant offense. With at least 3 threes 9 times, and Flynn. Malachi Flynn measuring. Flynn cuts through. Come on. Now Flynn circling through. Got 2 again.
It's not the guards are doing.
Everybody's got their eyes on Flynn. Malachi Flynn tees it up. Rebound Event Center. Too short. Rebound.
Watch how far he comes.
That's Hakeem Warwick, isn't it?
Right.
Malachi Flynn knocks in another. Home. Follow-up questions later on that night. Flynn, yes, and a foul.
Same thing.
And it was, you're not in for it. San Diego State can take the lead right here, by the way. Little floater, no, and Himes the rebound. Freshman. Flynn, got it for 3. Does to Fagan. Chance of defense. Flynn over Johnson. Rebound Zook. We are under 5 as Flynn pulls and misses.
I think you got to push again.
Malachi Flynn starts the engine. and miss it. Crowd booing and screaming. Flynn. Yes!
Wow. How good is he? And he tells everybody be quiet.
Flynn and Johnson. 10 seconds. Flynn slicing and scoring.
All right. They moved the ball screen way.
And this the match.
Three. No points so far.
He has 3 assists.
Tip out for what's beating San Diego State. Mitchell trying to take over. Flynn. Short. Mitchell. Weak side rebound.
And the key is who can finish this last round of this first half.
Flynn trying for his first field goal first half. Not there. Long rebound.
The maestro Malachi Flynn goes to work and gets something good.
0 for 5 for the field first half so far, making 0 for 6. Missed all 4 of his threes. It's out of bounds.
And he only got 2 points off the bench.
Thistlewood, Colorado State's leading three-point shooter, 53 threes. Can't convert. Scoreless tonight, but does have a nice stop. And 58 shoot. Wetzel with spin. Got the great foot speed. Flynn, deep shot. Wow, way off the mark there for Malachi.
Just taking tough shots right now or not finishing around the basket. What team can get a clean look?
Can Flynn finally hit a shot? Yes! It's his first of the level. What a career.
He'll have more opportunities to score inside because San Diego State's small.
Flynn, long three over Moore. Thought he was fouled.
Of how he responded to adversity. Wasn't successful. 0 for 2 on his last 2 free throws. Comes back and knocked down the next 2.
Flynn, maybe a rush through there, coach. Way short reads from basically anywhere over half court. He's got tremendous range for the Aztecs. One-hand pass, Flynn. Thinking three, draining rebound, but does grab the defensive glass.
It's the difference with San Diego State and a lot of other teams around the country. Other teams will probably call it timeout, but not San Diego State. Colorado State.
10 to shoot. Brian Dutcher wants a deliberate half-court set. Flynn, long three, rattles out everything but go down. Long reach.
Fall in the rematch as Davidson gets its 34th win in 38 games at home and improves to 8-6 in league play.
I tell you, he had a clean look at that basket. That's what they do at shoot-around. It just didn't go for Tyrese Martin.
So here's the latest.
Offensively and defensively.
Flynn trying to take Antonio off the dribble. Knocks it in, and you said he's got to take over.
Keep attacking the dribble. Too long's got to try to control Malachi Flynn.
Triple.
Oh, halfway down. The shooting.
Way too long, trying to feed inside to Jay Green. And an opportunity for San Diego State. Flynn to the bucket, can't finish.
Wow.
The Aztecs just 2 of 11 from beyond the arc.
Well, Antonio cannot guard Malachi Flynn.
Goes up for 3, misses, and 31%. But in the last 2 games, they've been closer to 44% from beyond the arc. And here tonight, 7 of 15.
That's almost 50% now. They're playing Colorado State team, leading by 24 points in Las Vegas.
Flynn overplaying, gets the steal. Maybe that's the spark.
2 quick turnovers.
Not a great three-point shooter, can hit him, but has not been consistent at all this season.
Exactly. Last game he had made a couple, but that's the man. Panic, target on their back, but they answer the bell every time so far.
Out of the timeout, Flynn. His tenacity has been put on display here in the second half.
No, he's really tough.
Taking the 3.
Oh. Now he's got a rebound, not just 2.
Mbake Jong, 3 of his 6 boards have been on the offensive end. Flynn finally gets a 3 to go.
Clock stopped in free throws.
And foul trouble was a story for the Rebels in the first half. They have played through it. Flynn eyes a 3. A rope crash in the glass. Miss.
Early in the shot clock, too.
They're playing a great game, but it was terrible to see.
Flynn the crossover and the drive. Aroke the offensive board. They got the switch. Green on Flynn. Pulling him back out to the point guard. Flynn off the drive. Rolled out. Of 24 for the Aztecs.
25%, so don't need a three now unless you're wide open.
Flynn steps back, tough three. Hits it!
Attack the basket now. 2 passes, put your head down, go to the rim.
Flynn instead taking a three and drills it. Timeout.
You're up 3. Foul as soon as you get over half court. You got to give one. Got to give one. Got to give one. Going to tie it up.
Doesn't take the timeout. Goes for the tie. It's off. It's back.
Inside that three-point arc.
The grad transfer. KJ Fagan runs the show offensively for San Diego State. Really tough shot.
Coach Dutch knew that he was a great scorer coming from Washington State, but didn't realize he could facilitate so well.
Flynn, long range shot. There's a 3, and the first one tops of the Mountain West, and just about every major team stat you'd want. A key reason they're 25-0, and another reason is this guy, Malachi Flynn. George, help, Mitchell, steal, outlet, Flynn for 2.
San Diego State, when we talked to him, he had a chance. In the first 2 years, he really redshirted 2 years. He played no minutes the first year, 27 the second. And so, as you see,
Flynn. Mitchell in the corner. Aztecs the half-court set. Here's Flynn, lets loose from 3. You better believe it. Up on the board, shot clock turned off. Guess who's got the rock? This guy. Look at the handles. Here's Flynn. He floats up high, short this time. Wetzel, rebound, stick road. 12-0 if you include the neutral site game victories this year. Yanni Wetzel, kick out. Malachi Flynn, deep 3, short this time. Trying to track down the rebound.
The guy's open.
7 turnovers and 3 in about 2 minutes of play.
They only 4 the whole first half.
Malachi Flynn with the right this time.
It's the case a couple of years ago in San Diego. They were playing Boise State. Boise State was down by 9 with a minute to play. And Boise State, Leon, they have guys helping out.
Second in the Mountain West, free throw shooting entering play today. Sam Merrill, Utah State has the current lead in that category. Yanni Wetzel up high.
Anderson Brock was a guy who was capable of getting 40 in a game. He would have been a little tricky in this situation. Max, who was a great high school player, has just fit into the role so well. And Coach, he has not scored in the second half, basically because they are overplaying, looking and stopping in the gaps, so it's hard for him to get easy shots. He is good defense and get a stop here and then run good off at the other end. You got a lot of time, only down 10.
Flynn, perfect from 3.
Can't let that happen. George, get the ball to George. George has been a pretty good passer.
Flynn, overplay, steal, and the layup.
That time, George took the shot. They got hit in the face. It was an 8-point lead with 4.5, and you responded. Were able to raise the lead. Now, up over 20.
Rebounds there. Not something we're accustomed to seeing, but the Lobos can't convert. Malachi Flynn in transition. As an assistant for 18 years, and associate head coach as well, parts of that time. And a seamless transition. The last undefeated team in the nation in the opening 4 minutes.
When you think of Brian Dutcher, immediately you think about Steve Fisher. Great steal here.
Malachi Flynn, the pull-up 3. These two teams met just a couple weeks ago in Albuquerque as Malachi Flynn misses the 3. Good tip out by Yanni Wetzel, gives Flynn another crack at it, and this time he doesn't miss.
Up or threw it up for a little alley-oop.
Malachi Flynn in the last possession had just the second 3-pointer to go down for the Aztecs in 9 attempts. Wetzel has been perfect, 5 of 5, nearly threw it away. Found Flynn. Flynn took a body, no whistle. 3 at home against San Diego State. They're 5 of 14 here tonight. Hendricks has 8 points. Final 7 seconds to go in the half. Malachi Flynn pulls up for 3. No. And
players to not get inside the 3.
Mitchell was looking for more. Wetzel the offensive rebound. Malachi Flynn for 3. Back-to-back misses. A lot of contact there for Zane Martin, who was able to muscle it up and in for New Mexico.
Mid-range jumper and a couple of with another rebound. That's his 6th.
They've really tried to give Lyle a lot of opportunities to score down inside. He has struggled to do so.
Malachi Flynn has.
They're trying to defend full court at times. They see a loose ball. New Mexico's all over it.
Flynn goes left, finishes left, beating Keith. Trying to get out ahead for KJ Fagan. It's been a quiet night for Fagan, just 3 points. 1 rebound, 2 assists for him as Flynn pulls up inside the lane. Thought he was fouled, didn't get a whistle.
This man with the ball, Malachi Flynn, was at Washington State, had free reign of the offense, transferred here, and now making big plays. That's going to go in. That's going to go. I knew it. It looked great. But again, we talk about his versatility and his ability to score in different ways.
And now Malachi Flynn to the rack.
Yes, not with the initials AJ. 8-point lead for the Aztecs. Seiko on the floor, hands it off to Flynn, and there's Seiko chasing down the offensive ball.
Them convert on that play.
Kaya averages 2.5 points a game. He's already got 4.5. Wetzel fighting of that. Being in the West, being in the East, and other than to travel in their fan base, the reality of being in the East is you'd also be surrounded by teams who are on the East Coast. This is dangerous time for Air Force. They had it back to a 1-point deficit. Flynn on the pull-up, knocks that in. That's a 12-point lead.
San Diego State to the free throw line.
Good opening possession for Caleb Morris. Up to 7 points, triple right away. Gonna go with 6 rebounds. Flynn trying to draw the 4th foul. Left it short, can't grab the board. Air Force. Well, AJ talked about playing at altitude for the road team. And it looked like it was the home team that just broke down. It is in the look. Here comes Flynn on the run. Shackles back on the floor with 15 points, 3 fouls, but nobody stopped ball, and Flynn takes it right to sometime. So stays on the floor with the 3 fouls. Flynn
switching out against it. Now they're looking for a high-low.
Flynn was open. In the corner for 3. He's the one teams, but they have never beaten anybody in the top 10. Trying to do that tonight, down by 5, inside of 8 to go. Flynn, that rolls out. Clock is moving, crowd is happy. 8-point game. Flynn steps back out of the timeout and drills it. Flynn from the logo drills the.
You know, he had 5 assists early in the game, and in the second half, he's going more into a scoring mode.
Making it dramatic. He is in the building, but he has not yet taken his seat courtside. So he's letting these Aztecs have their moment in the sun. Mitchell pokes away. Flynn gets a steal, taking it away from Cada. And now Malachi Flynn. Oh, more magic for Malachi. Flynn comes away with it.
Got to get hit on that one.
Flynn attacking, probing, and hitting a top 2 in trim. First missed 3 by the Aggies. Flynn gets right past Brito and 1.
Great against UNLV, 18 points. About a week ago.
His only double-figure scoring game. Flynn finally misses from 3. 10 of the Aztecs.
Turn foul trouble if you can. Turn and face him.
Out of the double, over to Flynn for 3. Rolls out into the hands to shoot. Fagan, the inbounder, trying to get it to Flynn. Into Flynn in the corner, off of 1 foot. It's Cada.
Mismatch here now.
Flynn pulls the trigger. Air ball out of bounds.
The diver guy to the rim. And that time they got a little help and got a turnover. You got to keep doing that for a while.
Flynn. Back-to-back misses from Malachi.
Gave away tickets to get him to come and got him to come back. That's great. Now he's an unbelievable job. Great support from the community 3 zone. They're doing that because the points in the paint right now for San Diego State have been great. driving, so I want to stop that.
Flynn fires late in the shot clock.
So a team thinks the slower their feet get. They start getting a little hesitant. I like it. See what happens this possession.
Flynn fires again and hits this time. Fearless. That's allowed the Aztecs to build their largest lead at 11.
First half, they were 7 for 10, so a tale of two halves from downtown.
Flynn pull up, Mensah keeps it alive.
Wetzel, Shackle. They make that extra pass. Flynn floats one up, and Martin has the rebound. Fagan to trigger it in. Trey Pulliam is in for the Aztecs.
You're talking about two very well-coached teams.
Screen for Flynn. Pull-up jumper. Oh, and it's a nice one.
San Diego State's 0 for 2 in the last possessions against the zone, but now can they rebound?
Flynn nails it.
It's hard to rebound that.
Flynn looks at the shot clock, backs out, goes to work, splits the double and scores.
It'll look like Tim Hardaway. Basketball here.
Nolan Narain is in. Fagan rotates it. Flynn gets in and scores. He gets a free throw.
The senior grad transfer from Vanderbilt. Flynn looking for his first look. Rebels right there on the catch. Malachi lets it fly. And it's boarded by 7 to shoot. Flynn hits the deck, keeps it alive. Shackle, and now Flynn wants it back. 3 to shoot. Flynn lets it fly from the U, and U. Timeout on the next dead ball. Flynn in tight all the way to the rim. Nobody stopped Malachi Flynn.
Yeah, getting to the rim. All class guys and outstanding coaches.
Flynn tries another deep three with Tillman's hand in his face. Coleman
going inside. They get to the free throw line. They got to watch Malachi Flynn, great three-point shooter.
Against a Rebel zone. Flynn lets it fly. Boarded by Hamilton. Gates and finds Green, rejected. Joel Mensah has the block, sending the Aztecs on the run. Big and spot up Flynn. Hamilton another board. Bowman gives it up, take it away. Flynn goes to get it from Tillman. And now Malachi Flynn in on Tillman. Couldn't hit it. All-out fight for the rebound. Clock turned off here for the Aztecs. Flynn comes and gets a screen from the rain. Flynn's going to take it again. Hand in his face. Tap out, second chance floater. After Jimmer Fredette and BYU beat Kawhi Leonard and San Diego State after the 20-0 start for that team. UNLV will try to come back in the second half.
San Diego State a little bit of trouble. Trying to match up in a little bit.
Flynn another deep three. And it spins in. Aztecs re-flipped the three-point shooting script in the second half. Flynn attacks. Jong backs off, and Flynn gets the layup.
Concentration, and they're worried about Yanni Wetzel inside going against Jong. Get him in foul trouble.
Flynn is going to heave it. Didn't wait on the screen from Wetzel.
Inside.
6 to shoot here. Flynn on Coleman. Off the screen from Wetzel. 2 to shoot. Flynn. Floater and 1. Count the bucket. Chance at a 3. Hamilton on Flynn, poked away. Malachi got a hand on it and gets it back. Flynn, run out, and 1.
About it. They don't have the firepower, they don't have the talent, the size, the athleticism of the Aztecs.
What a look from Wetzel to Flynn from the Big State. Foster take it away, and here's defense to offense again for Flynn. 8-0.
Unless you have a wide open 3 for the Aztecs.
Flynn straight away. Flynn from the elbow. Malachi Flynn, nothing. Evaluation tool has it at 2, which means you are in contention for a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. All of that can wait a few.
Great year. Aztecs still got some tough games though coming up on the road, Carter, but they have an outstanding team. And the world's a bunch of transfers, Carter. 2 best players.
Up the screen. Seiko lets it fly. Flynn, last chance. Flynn floater will not go. Wetzel on the post, guarded by Thompson. Wetzel, what a look for Flynn. So that's... Talked to Hunter about it this afternoon, said, hey,
What did you have to do to get back on the floor? He said that's 7 months of hard physical.
This needs a little more help.
Maldonado with Pulliam on the catch in the corner. And now Flynn off the screen from Wetzel. Gets him free on the side. 9 in this game. Averaging 13 a game off the bench in the last 3. Flynn boarded by
Milton to score. He really did a great job shutting them down. He got frustrated.
6 points on 3 for 6 shooting.
Wow.
Flynn, nice move and a spin. Boy.
For the Wolfpack, second in the Mountain West Conference. You know, he had a buzzer beater the other day to help knock off Wyoming in the last 10 seconds.
Eyes up from Flynn. Finds KJ Fagan in the front court.
Little 2-3 zone here now by the Wolfpack.
It is Flynn with 3 over the zone. Flynn pops out. Wetzel screens Johnson. Look for Flynn. Fight for the rebound. A Rose moment happened to be walking to the parking lot when Nevada arrived, and the Fisher family was arriving, and Steve Alford and Craig Neal got right off the bus and went over to shake Coach Fisher's hand and say hi to Mark Fisher. Oh, block from behind by Robinson. Saved by Wetzel. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Flynn step in 3.
Whoa.
Boarded by Harris.
Harris' strength. He can knock it down, but that's not his strength. At 34% from 3, which is solid, but he's better at the mid-range.
Flynn pull up from the elbow. Rattles it home. Flynn on the wing. Takes the 3 over Drew. Fight for the rebound. Fagan off the bounce. Flynn comes back to get it. 5 to shoot. Flynn all the way in tight, can't finish. And the front. No fouls, no fouls. Flynn comes up to get it, heaves it, and Nevada takes a 3rd. San Diego State and a miss for Jalen Harris. So the show getting behind Malachi Flynn and San Diego State.
And Harris is way off balance.
Flynn lets it fly.
But they don't have an inside scorer. When you can't make a shot from the outside, you got to throw it inside to a post guy who can score. They really don't have a consistent post guy.
Flynn floater. Mitchell takes it down the baseline. Mitchell aggressive to the rim, lost on the way up. Wetzel there to bail him out. Kick out, 3. Flynn! And it may be an error. We'll likely see the end of the Aztec bench in a moment. Flynn lost the handle. Flynn got it back, 3 to shoot, has to heave it.
Well, both of those guys are back in uniform for the Bulldogs tonight.
And that game was one of the better scoring games for an opponent at San Diego State. They played them really well.
The grad transfer from Vanderbilt by way of New Zealand, manning the low post with 5 on the shot clock is Malachi Flynn. The 2nd time already he gets inside.
And that's been like that throughout the course of the season, but Fresno State has had more than their fair share.
Fagan caught no man's land. 10 on the shot clock for Malachi Flynn. Pulls up for 3. He's a 43 focus to the hard court. Missed shot, and KJ Fagan is out with it for the Aztecs. Malachi Flynn already has a 3-pointer. Tried to bank that for 5 from 3. Fresno State 1 for 2. Campbell nearly had the steal. 5 on the shot clock as Flynn has it in the corner. Malachi Flynn gets the first 3-pointer. Long 3 as the shot clock was expired to play against San Diego State. The freshman had 23 points at Viejas Center in their last meeting 2 weeks ago. Malachi Flynn along 2. Flynn pulls up for a long 3.
High altitude. Wyoming, Utah State, hard to breathe up there. Got to be in great shape to play. They're really concerned about this game.
Malachi,
there it is. That was a missed opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Malachi Flynn recovering for the Aztecs. Here's Flynn in the corner. Ago, he's got 14 here at home against San Diego State. We're at the midway point of the 2nd half. Eric Rothman, Richie Schuler here with you in Fresno as Malachi Flynn misses the mid-range jump. Flynn pulls up for 3. No.
had an off night streak as of late. They picked it back up in their previous game. I think it was against Nevada, but they're trying to work in the great player, Nimi Keita.
Great backdoor cut as bench during the next whistle. Oh, Flynn picked the pocket of Robinson. Malachi finishes with the left.
This is what makes San Diego
out of bounds before it touched the Aztec player.
This is a Boise State team that will mix man and some zone from time to time. Here's Flynn from the outside, and he drills the three from the left wing. He had
eventually kick it out. Good defensive play. Here's that double stack that they love so well. They'll dive somebody or drive.
Flynn on the move, tough off the dribble. That's the front runner for the Mountain.
Right now for Boise State, they're one shot and done.
And that first shot defense has been fantastic all year. Here's Flynn, got it three from the corner.
And Dixon.
Troy Pulliam and Nolan Narain, a post player in there, 5 on the shot clock. Here's Flynn against Dennis, runner, in and out. Here comes 1 for 4 from out there now. The lead a dozen. Flynn's gonna try a deep three. Off the mark. And they continue to struggle from the outside, now 1 of 8.
Coach Rice asking for the arm shot.
Flynn. And a foul.
For Boise State so far.
Scoring drought of over 3 minutes now for the Broncos. Here's Flynn for 3. And the outside shoot. The Broncos. 10 on the shot clock for Flynn. Over Alston with that long reach, not there. Tipped in front.
And Boise State's done that. They've made him rush shots. This guy won't rush.
A crossover there from Flynn, and the floater good.
You could just 13. See him. You could just
1 for 7 from out there, 2 for 11 from the field. Fagan behind the back, or Flynn behind the back. What a move, and it holds it in. Tripped. They go to the floor. He's down and hopefully okay. On the other end, Flynn the bucket, but down on the other side.
San Diego State ball. Wetzel, the transfer from Vanderbilt. Flynn coming off a screen for 3, left it short.
More guys involved, and all he wants to do is win, and they're doing that.
And there's a steal by Flynn right to the hoop with the easy layup. Malachi Flynn getting it done on the defensive end, going to offense. Handles the basketball. Extremely talented. He's got it. Doesn't take the open 3. Instead, settles for the floater. And when you're good, you're good. It's from Maldonado. Malachi Flynn will let it fly. That's a deep 3. No good. Maldonado had
blue-collar effort down low.
And that's something they typically don't do, is go after the offensive glass, and they've been all over that. Malachi Flynn can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Wetzel. Trey Pulliam out there. Flynn working. What a move by Malachi Flynn. Straight to the hoop. 6 points for Malachi Flynn. Out front. Gets the screen. Now they switch up. Hendricks guarding Flynn. Malachi Flynn will pull up from 15. He's off the mark. Rebound being fought for.
If he had only a short amount of minutes, he wouldn't be starting. I think the fact he's starting, I bet he could do 25.
Flynn, a 3, and it's off, and Keita has his first.
Categories themselves.
Flynn against Merrill. Long 3.
Bad shot. Really good defense by Utah State this possession.
Shot clock's down. Got to get it up. Here comes Flynn. Did he beat him? Yes, he did, and he hits the three. They may look at another late shot clock for San Diego State. Flynn splits the screen. Down the lane with the left hand.
That's big time. It's Merrill.
Flynn driving, reversing, hooking, and it bounces out. Porter there. 9 points, 10 rebounds as well on the bench now. Flynn driving, rising, scoring. Malachi Flynn.
I'll tell you, this guy's there.
Fagan. This is Flynn rising and burying a three. All night.
That's how they play. They make every possession, I'm telling you, life and death. They guard the heck out of you, and then they take their time on offense.
Flynn misses. Flynn gets the screen, rises up, and drops it in.
I mean, that was over Keita.
He fell on his wrist in the last game against Riverside, a loss, and kind of played an adrenaline, but was worse than they thought it was. And
San Diego State probably a team without a true point guard, but they're veterans. You got a fourth-year junior and a fifth-year senior. And that's Jared Hyder, the talented freshman, Damien High School. Damien, the high school, the site of Sierra Canyon's first loss earlier. You're not getting fired if you don't win today or if you make a mistake. I wouldn't mind seeing how the freshman reacts to playing with two. And that's Malachi Flynn.
We're going to find out what we have in him where ordinarily we might not.
He is massive with good timing.
Big get. I mean, think of the three transfers. Wetzel, Fagan, and Malachi Flynn, and how many games they won.
Shot from Fagan. It's Flynn with the rebound. Flynn takes the ball screen. Ball screen's twisted, drives in. What a bucket.
I think he can keep this thing going.
I did, and they kind of didn't. You know, look, there's challenges to the league and digital devices without a cable subscription. Stadium, welcome to the game. Flynn off the ball screen, zigs, zags, drives in, and scores over Orlando Robin. But, you know, guy wanted to protect the brand and did an incredible job growing it. Flynn Empire. Flynn with the drive and the bucket. Malachi now attention to.
Yeah, you can have a little bit of influence, but ultimately those 10 people in the room, they're making their own decision based on whatever metrics.
Look, I was right, but I was wrong for what I said and how I said it. Not that I said it. Flynn gets his shot blocked, and Wetzel.
But then also you have to rest. So how much rest do you get? You know what I mean?
Flynn will take the three and misfires off the back of the rim. And in the first against Fresno State, there's still tickets available for each and every Mountain West Conference game. But, you know, only a few hundred, so you better get in on the party now. And there's Flynn. And Malachi Flynn got blocked from behind by Joe Ballas.
Really good players throughout the years since he's been here.
He built this thing from the ground up. You come here 20 years ago, there's about 18 people in the building. That's 15 turnovers now for Cal Poly, leading to 16 points and maybe 2 more. Yep. Flynn attacks the basket and scores. Game clock difference is about 7.5 seconds. Flynn around the Mensa pick, the three misses. 9-point lead, Aztecs for the ball. Oh, wide open. He can even take a dribble as Flynn. Doesn't get any easier than that. He misspot, walled off on the baseline.
That's smart. He had 9 seconds. Look at the clock. He had time.
Flynn doesn't get the friendly rim.
I still like
the rebound. Nope. Lead is back up to 14. Flynn banks it in.
It was that tip off in the first half.
Matt Mitchell, 23-5 runs since the 23-22 lead. Flynn wanting more.
And Colvin has a rebound. Flynn, a deep three. Flynn trying to drive on Smith. And now gets the step-back jumper in the lane, and Pulliam with
the game briefly, and it gave an opportunity to Lahu Chun to make a couple big free throws, but right now it's all Aztec. He takes the most threes on this team along with Jones. Well, Flynn just happy to trigger that, and he knocks it down. Timmy Allen waiting at the scorer's table to come back in.
Tough
Flynn
shot.
a step back.
Maybe not a tough shot for.
They've been a good offensive team.
And oh, by the way, scored 140-something in a game earlier in the year.
Flynn. And here comes Gotch. And it's Flynn that breaks out. Oh, my goodness. Who gets hounded and picked. Wetzel with the basket still. And now Allen guarding on Flynn, closing out, and it doesn't matter. And this score is obviously what it is, but even with this game being what it is, they've got a pretty good resume already on paper. As Flynn can't finish that, but Mensa does. Notable alumni for the teams we know. Let's dig in on some of the Pac-12 teams, you know?
Yeah, not so obvious notable alumni for our conference teams. I like that idea. We have to replace it with some. Washington, Arizona, Colorado's in that group. But here's what you don't know, and it's like it's unfair to say Oregon State and Stanford aren't in that group based on what they've done.
And the third against San Diego Christian. There's Flynn on the baseline drive. Flynn has a shot blocked away inside by Nevy. Diego State has scored the last 5. They've got the 3-point lead. Next up for the Aztecs will be Utah. Flynn on the drive, missed that short off the iron. It's collected inside by Park in the community. So the Aztecs allowed the first points. They've scored the last 9. And the average margin of victory against the Hawks over the years by the Aztecs, 29 points as Flynn. San Diego State. For Wetzel, his 3rd board. No Aztec has more than 4 boards in this game. San Diego State only +1 on the glass. Flynn's 3, short, Mensa the offensive rebound. Rebound for Wetzel. Non-D1 games do not impact net rankings for Division I teams. Here's Flynn driving. Floater. Good for Malachi Flynn, who is pleading for. Just under 17 minutes to play. Flynn pulls up. 15-footer short. Taps it out. Still, the Aztecs lead by more than San Diego Christian has scored, 65-31. Flynn steps into this wing 3, and that's a swish.
Put a full game together of those great moments, but pointed him out as someone who could be an X factor.
Malachi Flynn on the drive, the floater too hard off the window, got his own offense in transition. Good extra pass. They're one of the top teams in the country in assists. And that's Aztecs trying to get somebody open. Here's Malachi Flynn. He's missed both his field goal opportunities. Reigning Mountain West Conference Player of the Week. And he must have heard me.
Make you work for it in the half-court set. If you can get out and run, get you a nice little easier bucket, why not?
But, you know, they got to convert. They're not converting. That's the problem.
Yep. They're talented enough for that. They would be much better with Matt Mitchell. And his attitude is helping.
First time I saw Matt Mitchell, he was committed. Corner 3, an air ball. Yanni Wetzel runs down the offensive rebound. To a cutting Flynn. No, and a foul. Wetzel feeds the post to Mensa. Felt the pressure. Flynn, and there it is. Hofstra was in the NCAA tournament last year and won 27 games.
Absolutely, and one thing Coach told me about that important way to open up the season with that win, he said,
it looks like a liability out there, to be quite honest with you, here in the late going.
So the way they talk about Listen for this coaching staff is he has the potential and flashes of either taking over. His team's working so hard on defense, on the offensive end. Trust each other. Move that ball. Get better shots.
Flynn into the teeth of the defense with a step-back jumper and
against Malachi Flynn.
Flynn gets the screen. Mensah rolls off of it. Mensah has the loose ball.
That play. Next play down comes and hits a big three. Next play mentality.
All that work by the Aztecs on both ends. And it's still game on again. Flynn. Fagan to inbound. Gets it into Shackle. Shackle to Flynn for the win.
KJ Fagan out top. Johnny Wetzel, the Vanderbilt transfer with the basketball. And here's Flynn from 18. Off the back iron. He'll score the basketball.
Well, this is a place that they can eat. That mismatch on Thistlewood.
Flynn's three short. Martin the rebound. All right, so back to the action. 1 point game. Aztecs in front. Flynn, open jumper, knocks it down. The triple. Malachi.
Spaces all lowercase.
Flynn in traffic floater. Oh, that's nice. Malachi Flynn.
John Buck says Dorian Green's a great comp. Played a ton as a freshman.
And Flynn knocks down a...
Right there is the bar. And there's a hoop right there.
All right, so Mitchell with it, and it's Flynn, the deep three, and why not? Malachi, it's a rebound, no, fight for it. Aztecs have it. Flynn in transition. Can't get it to go. Wetzel back tap. Flynn, three. Off the back iron, meant to try for the back tap.
And they kept moving to the left. That's not a travel at all.
Flynn, that's a long two, and they were talking about hoping that he would shoot a lot there. Look, Flynn's got Roddy on him. He's going to blow by with the left hand. Malachi Flynn.
Okay, so the...
Flynn against Roddy. That's
shot.
Blocked by Roddy. Meant to have the loose ball fight.
He's got a lot of help as they're trying to cut off one part of the court.
Flynn, tough shot. Gets it to go. Malachi Flynn. Flynn, and that gets swatted. Flynn to drive with the rise, and he connects. And
18 goals. That's a lot of goals. Oh, Malachi Flynn.
To 3 consecutive misses. I'm looking at Nathan Mensah. He is oftentimes turning and just walking towards the basket instead of blocking out.
Malachi Flynn misfiring.
You take good shots, and that is the definition of a good shot. Wide open.
Going around the screen, Malachi Flynn. And an offensive lead. But instead, they'll take the lead.
Nice pass.
Into the corner, Flynn, step back three. Malachi has missed his first few shots.
And then, of course, Yanni Wetzel, number 5 in black, who only played 12 minutes because of foul trouble. You want to get him going, and Malachi Flynn. Mensah forces him baseline as if he's expecting there to be help. There is none. I'm not sure why he's doing that.
Flynn left open.
And they're sure they talked about that. You got to close them out early in transition.
Shackle had the hot hand in the first half. Extra pass to Flynn. Trying to go underneath and around Wetzel, and then into the hands of Garza. Flynn, short, Shackle follow.
And defensively, you got to make the ball handler use the screen because your teammates expect it to be there. That's where your help is.
Flynn coming alive.
And the coach team, can you execute on those situational plays underneath out of bounds? They work on it every day in Iowa City.
Now Flynn. Frederick never closed.
Coaching tenure there.
The Buckeyes have won the last 7 in that rivalry. Tough stretch. Here's Flynn, the jumper. He has been awesome in the second half. 10 points.
Whatever he can, and then he throws away. This is what I'm talking about with Tucson. I love him, but he is going to spill some paint.
Flynn, deep three. Fagan with 5 to shoot. Flynn with Evelyn on him. Flynn, 3. But Flynn thought about it, pulled it down.
Goes baseline, another floater.
5 of the last.
Shackle's been quiet in the second half. It's been the Malachi Flynn show. Flynn goes around the edge.
He's too fast right there. Luka Garza.
Between he and Matt Mitchell has been fun.
I'll take either one of those guys as teammates any day of the week.
Flynn, floater again.
He won today against the USC Trojans. But he did what Malachi Flynn's doing right now in both halves.
Flynn couldn't get that one to here at Creighton. Sky's the limit for Tyshawn.
He played on that USA Pan American Games team. Played really well, too. That's Malachi Flynn.
That's Mensah. Flynn to Shackle. Great close by Zegarowski. Flynn now. Tough shot from Malachi Flynn. And Flynn will set it back up. Good help by Ballack. Flynn, another teardrop, and it hung and fell down. Oh, Wetzel, good box out. 13-point lead. There's a three. Knocking it down. Malachi Flynn.
Damian Jefferson is built. Sturdy. Hey, not like me. Sturdy.
Here comes Tyshawn Alexander.
Look at Mitch Ballack fight in front. Wetzel in the post.
He's playing the 4 right now. Malachi Flynn lets it go. And the rebound pulled in by Ballack is doing great work on Wetzel, trying to keep him in front. Pass out to Flynn. Inside and out.
Mitchell and Zegarowski here.
5 to shoot. Cross-court pass. Flynn. Off the window.
He doesn't have it tonight. Maybe you ride Mitchell. See what he can do here.
Flynn went right by him. Oh, what a weak side block by Tyshawn Alexander.
In the corner, and that's the second time that Zegarowski's ball has rattled in and around the rim, and his reaction, he's just so frustrated right now.
Flynn with a teardrop over Bishop. 11 full-out line changes and production. Walker Rope for the turnover. Malachi Flynn.
Oh, my.
He was trying to lob it, and it went in.
Top 20 in the country, three-point field goal percentage at 41.
Mitchell, deep three. Long rebound for the 3rd consecutive year. They've won a tournament record 5 championships. Mitchell from the corner.
Job by Malachi Flynn, making himself available for his man to save the ball and throw it to him.
Wetzel the flush. It was all in the early going. Flynn to Wetzel. Wetzel blocked again by Keita. Wetzel gets it back. Our Jerry Palm has Utah State as one of his last 4 teams in, as O'Rourke puts it in. Utah State looking for win number 31 on the year. Flynn with 5 to shoot. Over to Seiko, has to put it up. He does. And
Fagan into the corner. Then on the baseline, kicked. Shackle, a good 3-point shooter. Got it!
Back down. After that first early barrage of threes from San Diego State, Boise State is absolutely taking a...
Flynn skips it. A rope.
On its head.
Well deserved, I would say.
Absolutely. Obi Toppin is definitely a strong consideration for Player of the Year.
I'll tell you what, it's a small San Diego State lineup. Wetzel is out, Mitchell's out, Shackle a 3. Now Jessup with some help on Flynn. Fagan, well short. Flynn just flat out drops the pass. Mitchell in the corner. His 3 is well short. And let's hit. Fagan a corner 3.
He has made big play after big play.
Fagan again. Fagan cut off. Missed the shot. That game later tonight, right here on CBS Sports Network. Malachi Flynn. Shackle.
S6. Wetzel into the corner. Extra pass. How about the ball movement? Shackle now 0 for 3, though. San Diego State made its first shot of the game. Since then, they've missed 5 in a row. Wetzel ends that streak.
3 a game this year. They can really stroke it. You got to get out there.
Walker hit 5 threes yesterday. Fagan, deep 3. It's good.
Best three-point defense in the country.
Flynn's been quiet this half, but a beautiful feed to a rope right there. Percent in the first half. It's something Brian Dutcher addressed with the team, getting off to better starts as a rope gets to bounce.
A little token pressure, just hoping San Diego State would use up some clock.
Shackle misses the 3.
He's way too comfortable at the moment.
In this tournament, Walker is 15 of 24 from the floor. Mitchell, that 3 won't go.
And now they have Keaton Van Solen in the game, who's guarding Yanni Wetzel.
Shackle gives the Aztecs the lead.
See, all these threes, Andrew, much harder contested than the ones they took in the first half.
Shackle launches and connects. Pulliam, corner 3.
Falling up, just putting his hands straight up in the air. That's got to be a foul.
Mitchell from the corner. Flynn looking up at the clock. Over to Pulliam. On the attack, Pulliam. No good. Wetzel has 2 minutes.
They had complete control of this.
Wetzel.
Wow, he got lucky there.
Tippy, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists.
And he's one of the best pick-and-roll players in the country, so it's a good thing to do at the end of the shot clock. But Shackle.
Another 3.
Had to rush it a little bit off the closeout. And transition gets San Diego State a jump.
Different positions, plays with his head up, assist.
Shackle answers for San Diego. He goes right to switch back left. They close the gap, but the nice find to a rope.
Yeah, it's pretty good on the day. It'll deliver tomorrow.
Just when you think you know which way a game's going, it flips on.
We said that about this game.
Fagan back. Oh, the ankle looks good.
Aztecs home white senior night underway. Flynn the first handle.
On the shot clock. Merrill to Brito for three. Kicks team fouls on San Diego State to 2 for the Aggies. Brito straight away three. And the Aggies and Merrill, who's made 4 of the last 5, brings the ball up the floor. Aggies riding the wave right now. They keep it rolling.
Point that you made. They're going to sit out for almost 2 weeks without playing in the NCAA tournament. Mark Few does that every year. This guy here.
Mitchell lost it.
They didn't turn it over at all in the first half.
Now they have 4 in the second. Merrill deep three.
Under Coach Fisher and Coach Dutcher has always been defense. And what's made this team so special is their offense, and Dennis another rebound. Dennis gets a screen, hoists a three. His body with the weight he's dropped, he is a different player. Hobbs, three, and he hits it. It's an answer. And an opportunity for the Broncos. Hobbs is hot. Not that.
Walker. Over to Scott. He's got to put one up. He does. Swamp. Shot clock is at 12 for Air Force. 5 minutes into the second half. 3 on the way again, but it won't.
They need Scotty to do something. He's their guy.
Morris connects with it.
And thrown away again. San Diego State will Cavalier with the ball. Harris. And away. To the corner. Rebound Zuzwa. Harris, quick trigger. And a really tough shot.
Fagan hasn't hit the rim yet. All the shots he's made have been straight through.
Johnson called for it and missed it. Harris saw the double coming. Drew.
Baseline stuff was good. Screen-to-screener stuff was good. Driving, shooting. Yeah.
Johnson knocks it down.
His man is helping off.
That's Flynn on Jazz Johnson for 3. Too short. Home win streak on the line. It's taken a while to get anywhere near the rim. Johnson heaves it up and rimmed it out.
That's going to play college football.
His body with the weight he's dropped, he is a different player. Hobbs, three, and he hits it.
It's an answer. Shackle and Flynn combined for 6 points in the first half. 25 after halftime and a turnover.
What a defensive play there.
That's why he looked frustrated after that turnover he had. He's not moving. Johnson is, and he rimmed it out.
Yep, no question about it.
He missed that shot because Cato was there waiting to block that thing.
Brito three ball won't go.
I think San Diego State, that's where you want to get him the ball.
Rope knocked it away.
For the Aztecs, second chance points, guys. 9 of them in this first half. 5 offensive rebounds. It's all about the rebounds.
Up the offensive glass.
Clock is down. Key jab on the move. And misses the jumper.
That's where he struggled.
Not that hot. And Flynn finds Mitchell. This man, Justinian Jessup, has been outstanding. Jessup gets loose, misses the 3. Flynn the rebound. Saves it.
Give them credit. They came out and gave San Diego State all they could handle in the first half. And there are brighter days for Boise State.
West quarterfinal games. Shot clock at 2. Tomes just has to chuck it up. And here comes Flynn, 13-4 in that department. Tomes jumper no good. Flynn is fouled, going for the rebound. And the Knicks have responded with an 11-3 run. Scotty for 3. Rebound to Flynn.
Much more sense of urgency. Trying
to want this to be his last collegiate game. Morris is 3 halfway down and out, and Flynn rips it away from Swan.
Team they're capable of being.
Walker can't answer there, and the rebound to Flynn. Shackle is 4 of 8 from deep. Walker's been quiet here in the second half and does not get that one to go down.
Fagan was a big-time scorer at Santa Clara, and he's come here and he's just accepted a role in this game. His role.
West that year. And Harold Arsenault went to town.
I've seen that every year, and these are the kind of guards that go ahead and do it.
Was working real hard against Malachi Flynn to come to that ball, and he rimmed it out.
Well, they ran the old picket fence / elevator screen, whatever.
There's one between the legs to start that move. Zuzwan. No.
You got to get people moving.
Looked frustrated after that turnover he had. He's not moving. Johnson is, and he rimmed it out.
No, Harris is kind of shaking his head.
He's just tough to guard. Thistlewood runner with a right to.
Hardy split the pair. 7 rebounds.
No, exactly. Not a good shot by Hardy. Guy's right in his face.
Missed them both.
Wetzel some help. Alston Jr. Front iron miss. Flynn the rebound. Alston Jr. has the defensive glass for Hobbs. He's on the move for Boise State. Way off the mark to the left. There's Flynn. And you know San Diego's done for sticking it out. Alston Jr. came in 148 pounds. He's at plus 40 pounds now. That's the good news. That last move, we're still a great defensive team. Don't forget about that. Here's Hobbs. Tough shot. Contested jumper. Rebound Flynn. There's Williams. Nolan Moraine is into the game for the first time for San Diego State. The lefty Hanks can't hit. Rebound Flynn amongst the trees.
Lobos have found success from the three-point line. A jump stop and free throw line shot from Zane Martin. The red 4 rebounds, 5 assists for Flynn this season. That three-point ball way off the mark. Vontae Hendricks.
That find the areas where they need to improve and they attack it in the second half are the ones that usually are victorious come March.
And a reset here for the Lobos. Jaquan Lyle pulls up for 3. Hoping to get a foul. He's
contested.
McQuatch, Malawatch with his left hand too strong. Good take by Malawatch, just couldn't finish.
Expect when that comes out next week. The question, though, is can they handle and sustain all this balance the way that it's been working? Akaya, good look across the court. Good ball fake for Morris on the drive, and it's hit from behind. Mitchell on the recovery, and here. And we talked to San Diego State today about the importance of that. Being in the West, being in the East, and other than to travel in the East, has 21, a career high. The dish and the look. Here comes Flynn on the run. Shackles back on the floor.
I've seen, situations like this where coaches would leave, a player, especially you make a 3 like that, you're hot. Whether it's 16 degrees in the gym or 80.
He had missed his first 5 threes.
As efficient as they are on offense, so many weapons offensively.
Joyce steps back, misses that in his first 2 years. But he wasn't being in the and part of it was Washington State wasn't winning. Right. But he was not part of the
coach against him in the NCAA tournament. When I was at Xavier and he was at Michigan, first game of the tournament, we were the hors d'oeuvres. They beat us by 5.
And Merrill, who's made 4 of the last 5, brings the ball up the floor. Aggies riding the wave right now. They keep it rolling.
Point that you made. They're going to sit out for almost 2 weeks without playing in the NCAA tournament. Mark Few does that every year. This guy here.
Another rebound. Dennis gets a screen, hoists a 3.
Here, anytime you see the ball go through the basket, maybe that gets you sparked.
Hobbs jumper hits it. So free throws. He came into the office Brian Dutcher says, I want to be a point guard. I want to distribute. And that's how he got the job. And
Shot clock is at 12 for Air Force. 5 minutes into the second half. 3 on the way again, but it won't.
Coach in New Mexico for a little bit. He was in Monaco on a 10-year contract, living on the ocean or whatever that water body.
Our entire crew. Johnson was working real hard against Malachi Flynn to come to that ball, and he rimmed it out.
Well, Randy will pick. His man is helping off.
That's Flynn on Jazz Johnson for 3. Too short.
Action response.
not many guys.
Back into the hands of Hardy. Hardy still scoreless. Hardy looked like he was bumped.
Well, I think players are more and more confident with the San Diego State because of Malachi Flynn. He's a great player, and they kind of everybody feeds off.
Seiko defending it. Hendricks behind the back. Off the screen from Taylor.
Stepped up.
Drew into the hands of Zuzwa. That's a talk to Robinson. Then
he came in and gave a good battle. Bill Frieden was the coach, but then he lost his job because he was looking at Arizona State, which he went.
This team has competed, albeit half of their playing time goes to freshmen.
They get production.
One heck of a move. 20 for Malachi Flynn.
He is so under control, Rich. I mean, it's unbelievable.
You can download that on the Herd Podcast Network. By the way, both teams shooting 29 and 28% from the field. Those 2 personal fouls. Only played the first 5 minutes of the game and had 2 turnovers. New Williams steps into one.
Accept his role. He started 55 games his first 2 years. He's coming off the bench now, so how can you complain if you're KJ Fagan?
New Williams with a pull-up.
I need your pull-ups because, you're coming off these type of vacations where, like I said, basketball is a rhythm sport.
Jantunen into the game for the Utes. This is Jantunen.
Who can give Utah a spark here? Obviously not their best first 5.
7 on the shot clock for Gotch.
Late high ball screen. A lot of teams do it. Good recovery by Flynn. Got that second chance.
Under 2 minutes. Here in the first, Gotch.
Washington State.
5 on the shot clock.
They notice he plays a little more under control, although I always thought he played with great.
Wing Shelmadon. Shot clock at 4. Dean all the way outside. Ruiz a long 3, well short.
Feet 1 3/4 inches.
I was talking with Flynn yesterday. He said, I actually like it. It means that people have to guard me out there. There's so much more.
Made 3 of the ball game. He has a half dozen here. The lead is 8. 3 minutes in. More to hard offense.
Same kind of.
No, they don't have those.
Well, I feel like back in the day when I went to practice, there were multiple hoops all over.
They had multiple hoops, but they didn't have them hanging.
Only 2 turnovers for the Rams, so pretty clean for both teams in that department. Martin, the 3, no.
1 through 5. Keep ball handlers out of the lane and make bigs take contested post shots.
Martin's 3 in and out, another reap. Moore, not this time, but he's fouled. Gonna go to the.
You get those opportunities. They couldn't convert though.
Frederick trying to get around Flynn. Jumper over the top and off the glass.
And he averaged 13 points and a team high 5 assists. So a great decision maker as well. They're missing a lot with him. And then Sean Alexander, you rotate early to deny that pass.
San Diego State taking advantage of the size. Alexander.
It needs to try and post up more aggressively and in deeper in the post.
Oh, steal by Flynn. Racing up ahead with Fagan. Air ball though for Merrill. Bean catches it. Shot clock does not reset and Bean turns it over.
Well, everyone was waiting on the edge of their seat. They throw it into Swan. Good defense by Malachi Flynn, who was also the Mountain West. Shackle and Flynn combined for 6 points in the first half. 25 after halftime and a turnover.
What a defensive play there.
Jazz Johnson tailed by Flynn. Johnson bumped off Wetzel, got caught in the air and turned it over.
That's has been the difference. Defensively.
A big win against a very good Colorado State team. Beaten by 24 points in Las Vegas.
Flynn overplaying, gets the steal. Fagan going to work. Mitchell, the deep 3, same spot. Flynn rips it away from Hardy and a jump ball.
R.J. Williams, the southpaw back in. Look at the help from Flynn. Tie up. Possession arrow. Spin, lost it. Wetzel, great hands.
George, get the ball to George. George has been a pretty good passer.
Flynn, overplay, steal, and the long
distance here in the opening 4 minutes.
When you think of Brian Dutcher, immediately you think about Steve Fisher. Great steal here.
Malachi Flynn, the pull.
They give him an extra applause.
And Malachi Flynn with the steal.
Wanted that to drop for KJ Fagan because he started the play by diving on the floor.
And another hustle play as Flynn got the steal, lost it right back.
Scotty ripped it away. Joyce lost it a couple of times, bodied into the floor. Fagan leads the break.
The bench, Carter, really almost like a starter. Play starters minutes.
It's Kadon Mitchell. Pokes away. Flynn gets a steal, taking it. Man, right before conference play started. He hasn't played since late December.
Oh, he got fouled.
Anderson bump, play on. Flynn comes away with it.
Going to get hit.
12 in this one. Taken away on the base.
Who's got 2 fouls. And Flynn with the steal. And that's exactly what A.J. Ross was talking about.
Holman gives it up, taken away. Flynn goes to get it from Tillman. And now Malachi. Holman in the hands of Hamilton. Hamilton on Flynn, poked away. Malachi got a hand on it and gets it back. Threes for San Diego State. Foster taken away, and here's defense 2 off. Hendricks off the catch. Try to feed it in. Flynn takes it away. On. So turnover, run out chance. A.J. Banks lost it, gets it back, and then gives it right back to Malachi Flynn. Hendricks has done his part for Wyoming, but the Aztecs have D'd up Maldonado. Flynn pokes it away.
Rebound. So the big guys have hurt Nevada. Terrific perimeter, but their front court is very young. Talented, but young.
He will have to come take a seat on the bench during the next whistle. Oh, Flynn picked the pocket of Robinson. Malachi side ability.
Great look by Flynn. His 37th three-point basket. Very comfortable there to steal.
And the junior losing against Alston. Hobbs keeps it, loses it momentarily, and he's stripped by Flynn. Shackle.
That
roll and run with it. He's getting more guys involved, and all he wants to do is win, and they're doing that.
And there's a steal by Flynn right to the hoop with the
hour after hour perfecting his craft to become the shooter that he is here today.
And there's a steal by Flynn. Flynn had it poked away by
baseline jumper. Brito, good ball movement. Well, you put it on the floor in this game, and you're not going to keep it. He should have shot.
A lot of guards, even though the guards, I love those guards, and they're smart. Maybe they're trying to get some of this rust off of them.
A one switch over the fallback jumper in the lane. And Jamal Smith turns it over. Now Junior Ballard, tough shot, offensive rebound, and a turnover. Out in front.
That's what's going to take right now because it's such an ugly game. It's going to take the Aztecs,
minutes to start the second half.
And you see, they're actually closing out. They're actually closing out. There you go.
To, I guess, think about, you know, a lot of his stuff's in the paint on dribble penetration, attacking the rim, pull-ups.
The day for San Diego State. Flynn, this
Hawks the other way into the paint. Throw it away and turn it over. Ahead for
trying to go underneath and around Wetzel and into the hands of Garza.
That Joe Toussaint just fighting, scratching, clawing, doing whatever he can, and then he throws away. This is what I'm talking about with Toussaint. I love him.
50 seconds. Bohannon doubled in the corner. Here comes Flynn, 2-on-1.
San Diego the rest of the way.
And that again, like I said before, when you're on the road, you have to have some type of scenes to bring you back in.
Malachi
show without flinching. I got no problem with him getting player of the game. I do have a little problem.
Here's Barcelo. Flynn chasing him. Give and go to Lee. Well defended by Wetzel, and another BYU turnover. Now 4-point game. And Flynn takes it right away from Troy. Gets away with some steps.
Rebound, Zuzwa. Harris, quick trigger. And Harris saw the double coming. Drew. Home win streak on the line. It's taken a while to get anywhere near the rim. Johnson heaves it up and rimmed it out.
Got to keep Yanni in the game. Without Nathan Mensah, who's been out, he's their regular starting center. Yanni's got to do yeoman work.
Donato. Right there with Hendricks on the catch. This time, 3 Aztecs on him.
Now he sacrificed, gives the ball up, just plays defense. So it's nice to see him get a chance to take some shots.
5 made threes. Jazz Johnson.
Oh, I mean, he is a skilled post player.
Reigning Mountain West Player of the Week, second time he's been awarded that this season. New Williams heat check. Usually a steady force up top for this Aztecs team. 2 minutes to go. Here in regulation is New.
They don't care about the points. They did that. They want to win. And guess what? They look like they want to win.
Miller missed the 3.
Nathan Mensah. And Nathan Mensah provides an unbelievable, he and A.G. Arap provide an unbelievable amount of energy. Wow.
You're at, it doesn't matter. He's going to come right at your chest. Nice screen.
Wide open. C.J. Frederick nails.
Love this group. Not that he didn't like the guys last year. And how could you not like Watson, Hemsley, and Daniels? But just some.
I can see why Coach Dutch and the Aztec program is excited about this bunch. They've learned to play well together. They got something here. Nice baseline.
And didn't gain any weight when he wasn't able to practice. That's a real testament to how he has changed his diet.
Johnson stayed in Spokane last night. I checked out the Gonzaga practice as they're getting ready for the West Coast Conference tournament. Elijah Brown knocking down the jumper.
She was an athlete herself. She was on the cross-country ski team. You can believe that.
Was it raining that day? That's all I want to know.
I don't think so. And the mid-range.
You're showing it to him real good if the guy goes over the top of your head after the ball fake.
Jonah Matthews feeding Jordan McGraw. And Merrill, who's made 4 of the last 5, brings the ball up the floor. Aggies riding the wave right now. They keep it rolling.
Point that you made. They're going to sit out for almost 2 weeks without playing in the NCAA tournament. Mark Few does that every year. This guy here.
Anytime you see the ball go through the basket, maybe that gets you sparked.
Hobbs' jumper hits it. So free throws. He came into the office. Brian Dutcher says, I want to be a point guard. I want to distribute. And that's how he got the job. And they
against a rope. Double and triple came on him. And that goes down for Zuzwa.
That coach in New Mexico for a little bit. He was in Monaco on a 10-year contract, living on the ocean or whatever that water body.
Our entire crew. Johnson was working real hard against Malachi Flynn to come to that ball, and he rimmed it out.
Well, they ran the old pick.
That's why he looked frustrated after that turnover he had. He's not moving. Johnson is, and he rimmed it out.
Furious. His Rams didn't get it initially. They do regain.
For their playing time goes to freshmen.
And they get production.
Look where Robinson is, catching the ball 13, 14 feet outside the basket.
New William. Fagan is without a point so far here in the second half. Blackwell the lob. Campbell can't finish.
The win streaks by Auburn as well. I think San Diego State has better road wins than Auburn does, but away from home. Oh, how about
usually a steady force up top for this Aztecs team. 2 minutes to go. Here in regulation is New.
Going to lose now 5 of 6. But I'm telling you, I can't get over how talented this young group is.
One heck of a move. 20 for Malachi Flynn.
He is so under control, Rich. I mean, it's unbelievable. You can download that on the Herd Podcast Network. By the way, both teams shooting 29 and 28% from the field. Not in session. Wow, what defense from Joel Mensah. You're not expecting to be guarding that end of a ball screen. Wow, New Williams. Oh!
Wow. Got that second chance.
Under 2 minutes here in the first. Gotch for a moment. 5 on the clock. All eyes on Allen, and he finds a way to score.
Still finds a way.
The T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Neutral side game. Here's Combs. Swings it outside. From the elbow. That run.
Feet 1 3/4 inches.
You know, I was talking with Flynn yesterday. He said, I actually like it. It means that people have to guard me out there. There's so much more.
Made 3 of the ball game. He has a half dozen here. The lead is 8. 3 minutes in. More to hard offense.
Same kind of.
No, they don't have those.
Well, I feel like back in the day when I went to practice, there were multiple hoops all over.
No, they had multiple hoops, but they didn't have them hanging.
Yeah. Carbacho.
Such
cross
a good pass.
court. Almost a strip. Moore stays with it, and he's fouled. Moore, not this time, but he's fouled. So go to the. Given how well he shot it this season, just keep shooting. Carbacho leaves it short, and it looked like somebody.
Mistake from Joe Wieskamp. You got to know scouting report.
Frederick is going to go to the line.
Shoot on trees is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying Malachi Flynn is, first-team All-American, but he's a special scorer.
Tucson.
And he averaged 13 points and a team-high 5 assists, so a great decision-maker as well. They're missing a lot with him. And then Sean Alexander, you rotate early to deny that pass.
San Diego State taking advantage of the size. Alexander.
Too stingy.
Zagorowski 3 for 11 from the floor, just inside the three-point line. And very